Hi everybody. Today I'm going to hopefully be able to show you how to play Jim Reeves's "I Love You Because." It's a lovely tune. It's got quite a nice melody to it. It's fairly straightforward in regards to the chords. It's in the key of F. The backing track I think you'll find is freely available on the internet. And on the backing track there is the opening theme of the tune is actually on the backing track, but I'm gonna play that part as well in sync with the backing track. So it sort of starts like this with the F chord there. It starts like this. B flat chord there, and then it ends on the C7 chord there, and then you're into the melody. I'll just mention that because it's nice to play along with that part, although you can more or less play over the top of that part, and you won't even know that it's on the backing track. But rather than start the main melody half sort of kind of like into the song, get into the song right from the very word go. And in this tune, we're only talking about four chords. I think there is the F major. There's a B flat major up there at the sixth fret there, and then the C7th there. And the C7th I'm playing with an alternative bass note on the G, sort of like this. That makes it sort of a much flows much more like that when you're using that G note there. And then in the middle eight it goes up to the G major, and that's basically all the chords are all the way through, and the G major is only used on the middle part. So what we'll do, I think we'll start the lesson off, if you like, with the chords playing over the backing track to give you some idea of what you'll be up against. And if you can't get the backing track, you can always put down a chord track and play over it, just two guitars. But I'm sure you'll be alright. I'm sure you'll be able to get the backing track. Anyway, let's get started on it. Now, just to help this along, the way I've recorded it is that I've used the bass strings dampened to give it that little extra sort of bass feel along with the chords. It'll probably be self-explanatory as we play over the backing track. So here we go. I don't suppose that bass, little bass pattern there was all that evident with me playing the chords and you hearing it. But if you want to have a go at doing it, all I'm doing there is, I mean, I'm not using. You can use the bar if you like. You can bar the F and you can bar the B flat. But I prefer to use my thumb over the top there on that F, trapping that F note on that sixth string. And all I'm doing there is I'm playing deadened. I'm holding my part of my heel of my hand over the bridge, and I'm playing the fifth string, and I'm playing the fourth and the third string together, still deadened. So it's fifth, fourth and third together, sixth. Right, that's how I'm doing it. I'm doing it fifth, sixth, fourth and third, fifth, fourth and third, sixth. All the way through, and then when I'm getting to when I'm doing the C7th, I'm sort of kind of like pulling my ring finger over onto the sixth string. It's all it is. I mean, you can play the chords just basically straightforward if you want to, not a problem. It's entirely up to you the way you want to do it. I just thought that playing over the backing track with those deadened notes just sort of made it give it that extra little bit of a country feel somehow. I may be completely wide of the mark. It's entirely how you want to do it, but basically you can just play the chords like that, or you can do it like this. And I was putting some little incidental notes in there, going up to the B flat. So you can put those little notes in between if you feel you want to and you've got the time to do it. It's quite a straightforward, slow type tune, so you've got time to put them in if you want to. It just all adds to the gives it that little extra flavour as you're playing through. Anyway, that's the chord side of it done. Let's get on to the lead part now. Okay, so first part of the tune, as I say, is on the backing track. I think all the backing tracks you might pick up will have this bit on it already, but I'm going to play over the top of it, and it's going to be the F chord, and the notes are all in the F chord there. So we go. B flat and a C7th. A little bit of whammy on the end there, and then you're into the tune. It starts on the C, and it's a C to the F on the fourth string. I don't think you saw that. I'll do that again. That's that first little phrase there. Now I've on the way I've recorded it, I've bent the third string at the fourth fret. I've bent it, instead of playing the C note, which is that one, I've bent it. I've gone like this, just to make it a little bit more interesting. But you don't have to do that. If you don't want to bend the note, start on the fifth note there, the fifth fret, third string. You start there. Right, that's your first two notes, C to F. that's the first part. Now the second part, once again, I've bent that third string, but you don't have to. You can play it. It's the same, more or less the same phrase over again. You're repeating it. It changes now. I hope that's all in shot there. Just do it again from the top, from the very top. B flat, C seventh. Right, that's that first phase, and then we'll go on to the next bit. Okay, so this is the first part, the first middle eight part, where we finished off up here, didn't we? Where we finished up here. Then it sort of stays on that F note there at the 6th fret, second string. And just a little embellishment, it goes up to the 8th fret there, on the which is the G note on the second string. It's just a little bit of a fill in that is at the end there. Just do that bit, that first bit of that middle 8 again. And that's that first middle 8 all played all the way through. On previous lessons or tutorials or whatever you want to call them, I've always advocated that you try and learn these tunes in different places on the guitar. Not to make it any more degree of difficulty, but what it does for you, it gives you a chance to play different soundings on the fingerboard, and it makes the tune a bit more interesting, if you like. And as I say, it helps you to broaden your outlook as regards going all the way over the fingerboard rather than playing in one place. So with this part, I'm bending, so I'm starting on the 4th fret of the 3rd string. If you're not bending, you start off on the 5th fret of the 3rd string, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump right from there right over to the 8th fret, and I'm going to play it like this. I'll do that once more. Good to give you stretching on this, to stretch your fingers right the way up to that 6th note from the 3rd one. And to use that little finger, your little pinky finger there, which is your weakest one on your left hand as it goes, but it's nice to stretch that out if you can, and bring all those 4 fingers into play. Okay, so now we move on to the next bit. Now this next section is also on, I would think, most of the backing tracks that you're likely to hear for this tune, and it's a kind of like played on the bass strings. Once again, it's a good idea to damp the strings with the heel of your hand on the bridge. And if you've got a facility on your amplifier or on your equipment that you've got a foot pedal that can bring a foot switch, I suppose it would be, that would bring your tremolo in and out, this little section here would be ideally played on tremolo or with tremolo. Okay, so and this is the part like this. It goes like this. Starts off on the F note, that one there, which is the 3rd fret of the D string, and it goes like this. Ending up on that F note on the 2nd string at the 6th fret, which is just an incidental note. It's not of that importance, but it's just there to finish that run off. So just do that again. As I say, you'll find this on the backing track, but all you do is you can either do one or two things. You can either let it go and play on its own, or you can play over it, which is what I've chosen to do. Use the tremolo if you've got it. If you haven't got it, it doesn't matter, because funnily enough, on the original backing track, it is a tremolo. It is played with a tremolo, so it may not even notice if you don't use a tremolo. It's already on there anyway, but it's just a way you'll hear it when you play it and listen to it, how you'll interpret it in your own way. And then the next section, you're going to play the I Love You Because melody again, but once again we've switched it to another place on the bass strings to give it some more, a little bit more different, rather than play it in the same place all the time. And it's going to be like this. So all that lot there, all that section is going to be played with or without tremolo, and on the bass strings, once again, it's the same, basically same I Love You Because melody, but you're just playing it in a different place. So we'll play it right from that little fill-in bit there. Oh, I played that wrong. Sorry, let me do that again. So once you've played that, you're going to be playing more or less going back to the beginning again on this 5th fret here. If you're not bending, 4th if you're bending. We'll just play it straight this time. Okay, so that's that whole section played through. And then we're going to go, the last bit, we're going to go through and do the middle 8 again. Okay, so this is the second middle 8. Now this little second part does really sound nice with a bended note, a bent note. So we're gonna use the 2nd string at the 5th fret, that E, and we're going to bend that up to F like this. So we'll just do that again. Bend the E note up to F. B flat note, B flat chord to finish, F chord to finish, and then I'm sliding right up to the 13th fret now. Little bit whammy bar on the end. We'll just go over that again in the next little frame. So this is the second middle eight, and you can really sort of feel it where it goes up to the G that I mentioned earlier. And there's just have a listen to this. Now G, it goes sort of, you can tell it's going to go to the G now. Listen. Down to the C. It's so that's how that fits in that G there. And then you're back to the melody again. And it feels on B flat. Hold that position at F and then slide the whole thing. Never move. Don't move your fingers at all. And that makes quite a nice finish, and that is I Love You Because. Now have a go at that. I would think that would be a really nice tune for you to learn if you don't know it already. It's not overly difficult, but just to sort of mix and match it, try it in different places on the fingerboard, and you'll find that you'll make a good fist of that. By the time you've got a little bit of way through that, you'll fall in love with that tune. It's really nice. So I'll catch up with you next time. Thanks very much for watching and listening to the stuff. And let's finish off with I'll play through the tune as I've recorded it, and I'll catch up with you another time. Bye bye for now. stumbles thrown in, no extra charge.